I never thought a simple request for a back rub would upend my entire life. But that's exactly what happened that rainy Friday night in our cramped Brooklyn apartment. My roommate, Logan, was sprawled on the couch, scrolling through his phone, when I winced and complained about the knot in my shoulder from a brutal day at the office. "Dude, could you give me a quick massage?" I asked casually, not expecting him to agree, or for his hands to linger in a way that sent my heart racing into uncharted territory. We'd been roommates for 6 months, ever since I answered his Craigslist ad for a shared 2-bedroom in Williamsburg. Logan was the quintessential New York hustler, 28, with tousled dark hair, a perpetual 5 o'clock shadow, and a job as a graphic designer that kept him glued to his laptop until the wee hours. I was 26, fresh out of a dead-end relationship with my college girlfriend, working as a junior editor at a publishing house. On paper, we were just two straight guys splitting rent in a city that chewed up dreams and spat out exhaustion. But beneath the surface, I'd always sensed something unspoken in the way Logan looked at me during our late-night talks over cheap beer. Glances that lasted a beat too long, laughs that felt charged with electricity. That night, as the storm rattled the windows, Logan set his phone aside and motioned for me to sit on the floor in front of him. His fingers dug into my tense muscles with surprising skill, kneading away the pain from hours hunched over manuscripts. "You've got some serious knots here, Matt," he said, his voice low and steady. I closed my eyes, letting the relief wash over me. But then his touch softened, tracing slow circles down my back. It wasn't just therapeutic anymore. It was intimate, deliberate. My breath caught, and I felt a flush creep up my neck. "Feels good," he murmured. And when I nodded, he didn't pull away. Instead, his hands slid to my arms, and before I knew it, he was leaning in closer, his breath warm against my ear. I pulled back slightly, my mind reeling. "Whoa, Logan, what are we doing?" I stammered, turning to face him. His eyes met mine, vulnerable and searching, without a hint of apology. "I've been wanting to tell you for months," he confessed. "I'm gay, Matt, and I think I'm falling for you." The words hung in the air like thunder, shattering the illusion of our platonic setup. I'd never considered myself anything but straight. My past relationships were all with women, and I'd grown up in a conservative suburb of Chicago where anything else was whispered about in judgment. But in that moment, with Logan's honesty laid bare, I felt a pull I couldn't ignore. Was it curiosity, loneliness, or something deeper I'd buried? The next morning, over coffee, we talked, or rather, I grilled him while trying to process my own confusion. Logan explained how he'd come out to his family years ago, only to face rejection from his father, a stern military veteran who cut off contact. "It wasn't easy," he said, stirring his mug absent-mindedly. "But hiding who I am, that's worse." I nodded, sharing my own baggage, a string of failed hetero relationships that left me questioning what I really wanted. By midday, we'd agreed to take things slow, whatever things meant. A walk in the park turned into holding hands under the cover of falling leaves, and that evening, we shared our first tentative kiss on the rooftop, the city skyline twinkling like a promise. But reality crashed in fast. At work, I confided in my closest colleague, Sarah, who raised an eyebrow. "Your roommate? Isn't that messy? What if it doesn't work out? You're stuck living together." Her words echoed my fears, but I brushed them off. That night, Logan and I cooked dinner together, laughing over burned pasta, and for the first time in years I felt truly seen. Yet, as we lay on the couch watching a movie, his head on my shoulder, doubts crept in. What would my friends say? My family? Society's gaze felt like a weight, judging every step we took toward each other. Over the following weeks, our relationship blossomed in secret corners of the city. Stolen moments in Central Park, whispered conversations in dimly lit bars where no one knew us. Logan introduced me to his world, a vibrant LGBTQ community center in Manhattan where he volunteered, helping young people navigate coming out. I tagged along one evening, feeling like an outsider at first, but the stories I heard, of discrimination at jobs, family estrangement, even violence, opened my eyes. One guy shared how he'd been fired after his boss discovered his orientation, citing Cultural fit. It made me angry, protective of Logan in a way I'd never felt before. Yet cracks began to show. My best friend from college, Jake, visited one weekend and sensed something off. "You two seem close," he remarked during a bar crawl, his tone laced with suspicion. I deflected, but the lie gnawed at me. Logan pushed for more openness. "We can't hide forever, Matt. It's eating us up." I agreed in theory, but fear held me back. What if my Midwestern parents disowned me? They were loving but traditional, attending church every Sunday and expecting grandkids someday. One night, after a heated argument about attending a pride event together, I stormed out. Wandering the streets, I replayed our journey. From that innocent massage to this tangled web of emotions. Was I ready for the conflicts ahead? The societal pushback, the internal battles? As I returned home, finding Logan waiting with the apologetic smile, I realized love wasn't simple. It was a choice, fraught with risks. The honeymoon phase faded as external pressures mounted, turning our budding romance into a battlefield of whispered doubts and outright confrontations. It started subtly. A coworker at my publishing house made an offhand joke about roommate benefits. After seeing a photo of Logan and me on my desk, I laughed it off, but inside, it stung. Like a reminder that our relationship didn't fit the neat heterosexual narrative everyone assumed. Logan, ever the optimist, suggested we come out to a few trusted friends first, to test the waters. "Baby steps," he said, squeezing my hand. We chose a small dinner party at our apartment, inviting Sarah from work and a couple of Logan's buddies from the design world. The evening began smoothly, with wine flowing and stories shared. But when Logan casually referred to me as his boyfriend while passing the salad, the room fell silent. Sarah's eyes widened in surprise, then softened with support. "That's awesome, guys," she said genuinely. But one of Logan's friends, an outspoken activist named Carlos, probed deeper. "How's the family taking it, Matt? Coming out later in life can be rough." I mumbled something about not telling them yet, and the conversation shifted, but the seed of unease was planted. Word spread faster than I anticipated. Jake called the next day, his voice tight. "Dude, are you serious? You're gay now." I explained it wasn't a switch flipped overnight, that Logan had awakened feelings I'd ignored. But Jake, raised in the same conservative bubble as me, pushed back. "What about your future? Kids, marriage? The whole deal?" His words echoed my parents' expectations, making me question if I was appending my life for a whim. That night, Logan and I argued again. "You can't keep compartmentalizing us," he said, frustration etching his face. "It's like I'm your dirty secret." To ease the tension, we planned a weekend getaway to the Hamptons, borrowing a friend's beach house. The drive was filled with tentative reconciliation, hands intertwined over the gearshift. On the sandy shores, away from judging eyes, we rediscovered the spark, that effortless connection born from a simple touch. We talked for hours about our dreams. Logan wanted to start his own design firm focused on queer representation in media, while I aspired to edit books that challenged norms. "We could build something real," he whispered as waves crashed nearby. But paradise shattered upon return. An email from my boss awaited. A promotion opportunity, but with a caveat about professional image in client meetings. It wasn't explicit, but reading between the lines, I wondered if rumors had reached the office. Paranoia set in. Meanwhile, Logan faced his own hurdles. His freelance gigs dried up after a client discovered his social media posts about LGBTQ rights. They said my activism might alienate their audience. He vented one evening, slamming his laptop shut. It fueled his resolve, but I saw the toll: sleepless nights, a growing edge to his usual warmth. Social conflicts escalated at a family gathering I couldn't avoid. My sister, Emily, flew in from Chicago for her birthday, staying with us. She noticed the subtle affections, a lingering hug, shared glances. "What's going on with you two?" she asked point-blank over breakfast. I came clean, heart pounding. To my relief, Emily hugged me tight. "I'm happy for you. Bro, love is love." But she warned about our parents. Dad's set in his ways. Give them time. Emboldened, I decided to tell them during a video call. Mom cried, a mix of confusion and concern. Are you sure, honey? Maybe it's a phase. Dad was stoic, muttering about choices before logging off abruptly. The rejection hit hard, mirroring Logan's past. He comforted me that night, but I sensed his impatience. We need to fight for this, Matt, not hide. As months passed, our relationship deepened amid the chaos. We attended therapy together, unpacking my internalized homophobia and Logan's trust issues from past heartbreaks. Small victories emerged, friends rallying around us. A viral social media post Logan made about our story garnering supportive comments. But controversies brewed. A local news story about workplace discrimination in creative industries featured Logan anonymously, sparking debates online. Some praised his bravery. Others trolled, calling it attention-seeking. One explosive night, after a pride parade where we marched hand in hand, a drunk stranger hurled slurs at us on the subway home. Faggots ruining the city, he sneered. Logan stood tall, retorting with calm defiance, but I froze, shame washing over me. Back home, I broke down. Is this worth it? The hate, the judgment. Logan pulled me close. Love always is, but you have to choose it fully. The incident forced a turning point. I quit my job, seeking a more inclusive publisher, while Logan poured energy into advocacy. Our bond strengthened, but so did the external storms, testing every fiber of our commitment. With the weight of societal scrutiny bearing down, our relationship entered a phase of intense scrutiny, where every decision felt like a statement against the world. Logan's activism ramped up. He organized a panel at the community center on queer experiences in straight-passing relationships, inviting me to speak. I hesitated, public exposure terrified me, but his earnest plea won out. Your voice matters, Matt. Could help others like us. The event was packed, a mix of allies and skeptics, sharing our story, from that fateful massage to navigating family fallout, felt cathartic. Questions poured in. How do you handle biphobia? One attendee asked, highlighting my fluid identity. I admitted the struggles, earning nods of understanding. But backlash followed. An online forum dissected our talk, with comments ranging from supportive to vicious. He's just experimenting, poor Logan, one read. It ignited doubts in me again. Was I truly committed, or using Logan as a safety net? He sensed my turmoil. Talk to me, he urged during a quiet dinner. I confessed my fears of not being gay enough, of letting him down. Tears flowed as he reassured me. Love isn't a label. It's us here and now. Professional lives intertwined with personal ones, amplifying conflicts. At my new job with a progressive indie press, I edited a memoir on coming out in conservative families, mirroring my own path. Colleagues celebrated my openness, but a heated office debate arose when an author pulled their book over ideological differences after learning about my relationship. This isn't neutral, they claimed. It sparked company-wide discussions on bias, leaving me exhausted but empowered. Logan's world collided with mine during a design conference in San Francisco. He invited me as his plus one, our first public trip as a couple. The city buzzed with acceptance, but tension brewed when we met his estranged father, who unexpectedly attended. Over awkward coffee, the older man grilled me. You turning my son into some poster boy for this lifestyle? Logan defended us fiercely. It's not a lifestyle, Dad. It's who I am. The encounter ended in stalemate, but it bonded us deeper, Logan's vulnerability raw. Back in New York, friends' reactions varied, creating rifts. Jake distanced himself, citing discomfort, while Sarah became our staunch ally, hosting game nights to normalize our coupledom. But a major controversy erupted when Logan's ex, a jealous former flame, leaked private messages online, twisting our story into tabloid fodder. Roommate seduction gone wrong, headlines screamed on gossip sites. Comments debated consent, ethics of intra-household romance. Is it predatory? One asked, ignoring our mutual feelings. We hunkered down, issuing a joint statement on social media. Our love started unexpectedly, but it's real and consensual. Support flooded in from the LGBTQ community, but so did hate mail. One letter to our apartment warned of consequences. Fear gripped us. We installed better locks, reported threats. Through it, Logan's resilience shone. We've faced worse separately. Together, we're unbreakable. Emotional highs and lows peaked during holidays. Thanksgiving with my family was tense. Dad barely spoke. Mom tried bridging gaps with forced cheer. Logan charmed Emily, but the undercurrent of disapproval lingered. Christmas with his mom, divorced and accepting, offered respite, her warm embrace a balm. "You two glow," she said, gifting us matching mugs. As winter thawed, our commitment solidified. We moved to a new apartment in Chelsea, symbolizing a fresh start. Therapy helped navigate lingering issues. My fear of labels, Logan's need for validation. We volunteered together, mentoring youth facing similar struggles. One teen story of bullying leading to self-harm mirrored potential paths we'd avoided, fueling our passion. Yet, a pivotal conflict arose when I received a job offer in Chicago closer to family. It could mend fences, I reasoned. Logan balked. What about us? My life's here. My work, my community. The argument escalated, accusations flying, me prioritizing family over him being inflexible. Days of silence followed, the apartment echoing with unspoken regrets. Reconciliation came during a midnight walk. "I choose you," I said, pulling him into an embrace. "We'll make it work. Long distance if needed." But Logan shook his head. "No half measures. Stay, and let's build our future here." The choice loomed, a crossroads defining our love amid societal and personal tempests. As the stakes heightened, our relationship teetered on the brink, with choices that could either forge unbreakable bonds or shatter everything we'd built. The Chicago job offer became a lightning rod for deeper issues. "It's not just a job," Logan argued one stormy evening, pacing our living room. "It's you running back to what's safe, to a world that doesn't fully accept us." I countered that proximity might soften my parents' stance, perhaps leading to reconciliation. But he saw it as betrayal, a step backward from the progress we'd made. Friends weighed in, polarizing our circle. Sarah urged compromise. Long distance works for some. Carlos, ever the radical, pushed Logan to stand firm. "Don't settle for scraps." Jake, surprisingly, reached out with tentative support. "If he's the one, fight for it wherever." The divided opinions mirrored broader societal debates on queer relationships. Assimilation versus defiance, family loyalty versus self-fulfillment. In the midst of turmoil, an unexpected ally emerged. My dad. After months of radio silence, he called. "Your mom misses you, and I read that article about you too." Shocked, I listened as he admitted struggling but wanting to understand. "Come home for a weekend. Alone first." Logan encouraged me to go, hiding his hurt. The visit was awkward but pivotal. Over backyard beers, Dad shared his fears. "I worry about your safety, the world's cruelty." I opened up about our love, the joy amid hardships. By departure, a fragile bridge formed, no full acceptance, but a start. Energized, I turned down the job, committing to New York and Logan. "We're in this together," I declared upon return. Relief washed over his face, leading to a night of heartfelt reconnection. We planned a commitment ceremony, not legal marriage yet, but a private vow exchange with close friends. The rooftop event, under string lights, was intimate. Vows promising to weather storms, to choose each other daily. But joy was short-lived. A workplace scandal rocked Logan's world. His boss, upon discovering our relationship through social media, demoted him under the guise of restructuring. Whispers suggested homophobia. Colleagues confirmed biased remarks. Logan filed a complaint with HR, escalating to a lawsuit threat. Media caught wind, turning our story into a symbol for LGBTQ workplace rights. Interviews followed, debates raging online. Is outing necessary for progress? Supporters hailed us as heroes. Critics accused overreach. The stress strained us. Logan became withdrawn, burying himself in legal prep. I supported him, but resentment bubbled. Why did our love invite such scrutiny? A heated fight erupted. Sometimes I wish we'd stayed roommates, I blurted in frustration. Hurt flashed in his eyes. Is that what you want? To erase us? Regret hit instantly. We reconciled with apologies, but the wound lingered. Community support buoyed us. At a rally for equality, we spoke alongside activists, our narrative inspiring chants. One young man approached post-event. Your story gave me courage to come out. Moments like that reaffirmed our path, turning personal pain into collective gain. As legal battles dragged, family dynamics shifted. My parents visited New York, meeting Logan formally. Dinner was tense but civil. Dad even asked about Logan's designs. Impressive work, he conceded. Mom pulled me aside. He makes you happy. That's what matters. Progress, albeit slow. Yet, a final twist challenged everything. Logan received a dream offer, leading a queer-focused design initiative in Los Angeles. It's everything I've wanted, he said, eyes alight. Now roles reversed. I faced the choice of uprooting or separation. We can make LA work, he pleaded. Doubts resurfaced. Was I holding him back? Societal expectations whispered. Stable jobs. Rooted lives versus chasing dreams. Deliberations consumed us. Therapy sessions dissected options. Pros of adventure, cons of distance. Friends advised variably, highlighting the controversy of prioritizing career over love in queer narratives, where stability is hard-won. In a climactic conversation, tears streaming, we weighed hearts. I won't go without you, Logan decided. But I pushed back. Don't sacrifice for me. We'll figure it out. The decision loomed, a testament to love's complexities amid unending conflicts. With tensions at their peak, our relationship faced its ultimate test, forcing choices that would define not just us, but the legacy of our love in a world rife with division. Logan's LA offer hung like a sword, promising fulfillment but threatening separation. This could change lives, mine, ours, others, he argued. Blueprints of potential projects spread across the table. I nodded, pride swelling, yet fear clawed. Cross-country moves often doomed couples, especially under societal spotlights scrutinizing queer endurance. Debates intensified. Online forums buzzed with our leaked dilemma. Anonymous tips turning private woes public. Should love trump ambition? Polls asked. Responses split. Some championed individual growth. Others decried selfishness in partnerships. Carlos rallied for the move. Queer visibility needs voices like yours out west. Sarah cautioned balance. Don't lose what you have chasing what might be. Family input added layers. My dad, evolving, advised via call, support each other. That's real strength. Logan's mom flew in, urging pursuit. You fought too hard to play small. Her words resonated, echoing Logan's past rejections fueling his drive. Amid chaos, we sought solace in routine. Morning coffees, evening walks where hands linked defiantly. One such stroll led to a park bench proposal, not marriage but a pact. Wherever we go together, I said. Logan smiled, but hesitation lingered. What if LA breaks us? The turning point came during a community event honoring LGBTQ trailblazers. As MCs shared stories of resilience, couples enduring AIDS crises, legal battles, our petty fears paled. Inspired, Logan deferred the offer for a remote hybrid, allowing us to stay rooted while expanding impact. Compromise, he said, kissing my forehead. Relief surged, but it sparked deeper reflection. Had we dodged the bullet, or merely delayed it? Life stabilized, victories accumulating. Logan's lawsuit settled favorably, setting precedents for anti-discrimination policies. My editing career flourished with a best-selling queer anthology. Socially, acceptance grew. Jake attended our housewarming, toasting to love in all forms. Parents visited more, bridges mending. Yet, undercurrents of controversy persisted. A documentary crew approached, wanting to feature our roommate-to-lovers arc as inspirational. We agreed, but editing revealed biases, focusing on drama over joy, sparking backlash. Viewers debated, romanticizing risky dynamics? It reignited old wounds, questioning if our start was ethical, consensual beyond doubt. Through it all, emotions deepened. Anniversaries marked not just time, but triumphs. From that massage to shared advocacy, we mentored couples navigating similar paths, emphasizing communication amid societal noise. As years blurred, our bond evolved stronger, wiser. But the world remained imperfect. New laws threatened rights, reminding us vigilance was key. In quiet moments, we'd reflect on the journey, hands intertwined, hearts aligned. In the end, was it ever truly a choice, or destiny sparked by a single touch? Looking back, the conflicts, social, personal, forged us, proving love's power to transcend. Is it true that pursuing a romance with a close friend or roommate, despite the inherent risks and societal judgments, ultimately leads to greater personal growth and fulfillment than playing it safe?